I've reached a point where I want to talk a little bit about Qatar. I think I have mentioned some of it before with those pictures I'll show today, but there are some new things coming here. Here we have this symbol they used when they said that Qatar should have this football game in the country. There were this, it looks like a blood drop who's dripping and make a little blood drop, and it's in a silver ring or mercury ring. So there could be something with connection with maybe poison, where it symbolized maybe some poison go from the mom to the child. But there could maybe also be the connection to abortion, maybe a mom who cut off some of her own blood, but I don't know. Here we have some numbers, 33. Now I don't remember if it is Bahrain, actually not Qatar, but Bahrain, who have 33 islands. So it could be a hint to maybe the country who has a flag that is very similar. And we have 15, which is O in the alphabet, ring, five rings, something with money. But at the Qatar World Cup, Danish television has a speaker who's named Rasmus Tandholt, and the start of his last name, Tand is very, very close to the Danish word for a tooth, which is tand. So I think this person could send some symbolism to something going on with teeth. He's normally used to go out in war zones and send reports to Danish television. And there are a little special thing with this Rasmus Tandholt. He has been in a relationship with 3 women who were speaking the news in Danish television. And especially one of those person I have wondered a little bit about. This is Natasha Krone, she's called. Krone means crown in Danish. And you see behind them it says Buster, Booster. So I think they are very deep into send signals about the coded world. And she is used in other kind of programs too, where she is leading a speak with politicians and so on. I think we'll meet her later in some of my pictures. Natasha Krone. But Qatar, it was meaning this knife. But I think I have shown some of these pictures before. Qatar means avatar, so that could be something with a soulmate or something similar. And I think we all have an avatar on internet. I think somehow they're some kind of mirror. Of course, when I search a lot of things, that's what the computer will give me more of. But it also says The Last Airbender. This is a figure from a cartoon. The Last Airbender. So there we have something with air also. And I must admit, I have been thinking about, can they use the internet to make us fall in love with each other? I have sometimes felt my little iPad thing is vibrating. So I think there are coming waves towards us when we sit in front of the screen. So maybe if the system or the computer have figured out on a dating site that this man and this woman, they would match fine after how we look at people and how they maybe want people to be connected. So maybe they can make the computer decide who you fall in love with by sending love waves when you're talking to this dating profile. But that also means they can connect us in the social hierarchy to fall in love with each other. So maybe those they make fun of and want to keep at the bottom, they will do what they can with airwaves to make such a person fall in love with another person at that level of society. So they can continue to create new children who will grow up at this level in the society. I think they can trick us much more than we can imagine with these waves. But here we have this cartoon figure, Last Airbender. She's a water, something with water force. So there we have water. There will come more with water later in this or the next video. Here a person say Qatar means diameter, radius, so there we are into something with the circle and the half circle also. I think we have talked about this. There was a big leap. It was the moon we came from in profit this year. The big jump forward. And this leap is a super skilled player. So maybe when people step on the moon, walk on the moon, a depressed person, a low vibrating person, is in that situation, it's a little dance for that person, step. But when you have a person in that situation, it's a big jump for those who take advantage of it, for those who are in a higher vibration and not in depression mood or look dark at things. So when you are not at the moon, you have a bigger opportunity to take a big jump in your life. But here it also said, La Eve encouraged everyone to believe in themselves, as now is all. So here's something that signals that they are probably doing something that will make people believe more in themselves. And I can see many has been in the need for believing more in themselves, but today we see how harmful that could be to make people believe too much in themselves, because it seems to they end up to lose feelings for others and others who do not have this belief in themselves. So they end up to treat these people bad and actually justify that they have deserved it. They can just change otherwise. So they feel it's okay to step on them actually. Step on the moon people. And I'm not so comfort about this because I can see it in many young people, and in a way I think it's nice, but when it turns around so they actually justify to treat weaker people bad, then it's not good. They say there are more and more narcissists coming in the world, and we know these narcissists, it's people who really do not have feelings for others. They cannot put themselves in the place of people who are in a more bad situation or a sad situation. So I can fear in the future where my generation become older that we can end up to be treated extremely bad by some of those who grow up today and get a high self-esteem. It's not so nice to think about. But the Qatar and the Arabic, they also have this thing on the head scarf. I actually had one too when I was a teenager, then it became popular to have it in Europe. Also, you could normally in the start buy it in the red color or the black color, and I remember I bought it in the red. I didn't have it on the head, but around my neck to warm me in the winter. But here we see a person like Alfred Hitchcock, who has also been dressed up as an Arabic person. And he's a person that has been known for writing a lot of horror stories. So there could be a connection to the Arabic people and horror. And they also say what's going on with the immigrant worker in Qatar was horrifying. But we have this Gianni Infantino. Today I feel homosexual. Today I feel like a migrant worker. That we Europeans have done the last 3,000 years, we should apologize for in the coming 3,000 years. So if there's symbolism in the 3,000 here, could maybe the last 3,000 years, could that symbolize a parent that they have treated bad, and then they want to treat the new lives, the children, better than they have treated the parents? I don't know, but I know 3,000 in a Danish zip code is a city called Helsingør, and that could be translated like something whole, sing, ear, waves in the ears, or whole, sing, Øer also means confused, but Øer is also islands, Algeciras. But the 3 rings, I have said it before, I think it could be used to symbolize childhood, middle age, or an older age, or the past, now, and the present. But you could look at it from many angles. But his name, Infantino, it means little child, very new little child, actually. Infant. I think we may stop here. It's going a little slow, I feel. But we have to make one more.